permissions are granted.
Recording in progress. Weird.
All right, we are recording now. We're heading over to Facebook to go live.
Facebook land. Okay, well, if we're going Facebook land, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If we're on Facebook land, I will say good morning to you all directly from.
We are live.
There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen, so from Gotham City to Emerald City to our own personal land called what we like to call L. I mean, it's not the land of L. It's city of L, and you're over in K. So you're on the dark side of the moon, which is apparently across the river and through the woods to Grandma's house over there in K Town.
The wrong side of the tracks, they used to call it.
Well, I think it still is, but that's okay. But you're in K Town, and we're coming to you live from the Northwest here. So it's one of those fun things we get to do every day to help us get through this pandemic, and we've been doing that for a while now, and it seems to have helped me anyways. And I think it brought you out of your shell. You're such an introvert before, but yeah, it's been a fun ride for sure.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That's the Charles Dickens.
Those sticks.
No, they did the best of times, but they did mention that. Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities.
I did read years ago, but
I don't know if I ever read the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a tale that I once told, and I told another telling me that I read it, and I may have not have. Anyways, point is, I'm not sure what the plans are today. Do we have anything going on tonight or later on?
No, nothing that I know of. My brother and I are going to have lunch today instead of tomorrow because he has
to you're going on your box. That's crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man with a million questions, a billion questions actually, because they come directly from the internet. And so sometime throughout this whole thing, I will give questions for you and Mr. Brian here, and you can answer them accordingly. Feel free to write them down in a little chat session there or in the notes, whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I think we can look at. I can look at it while I'm doing this. I can.
We haven't figured that part out yet quite exactly, but we're gonna.
Well, anybody that wants to stream a Zoom, you can. When you're doing it, there's a thing comes down says view stream on Facebook, so you just look at your own show.
There you go. Well, that's makes it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
It's only taken us a year to figure this out, so But either way,
some people still haven't figured it out. I still watch Zooms that are having trouble.
Oh yeah, well, I know that originally it was one out of every two Zooms would go awry, and then pretty soon, about 4 or 5 months, one out of every 3 Zooms would go awry. Now, I'd say one out of every 5 have a little bit of an issue, but which is good. Zoom has a lot of benefits and a lot of possibilities. I mean, I don't like it. The kid's not going to school face to face, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, the Zoom thing. I could never learn off a computer. So, but other kids do strive extremely well on a computer.
Yeah. I think it works for some, and then the local virtual academy is opening to everybody, apparently.
Local virtual academy?
Yeah, there's a virtual academy that does school online anyway, so I think they said they're open to everybody now.
Is it the Quan Academy or something? Or
it's called the Kelso Virtual Academy.
Oh, well, good for them. I mean, a lot of kids, I can see a lot of changes coming up in the near future with schooling in general. I think Kelso was the first one to adopt this virtual schooling early on. So
yes, ahead of the curve is what I heard.
Yeah, first time for everything. I'm just kidding. Actually, I have quite a bit of friends and relatives in the Kelso school district system, so I'm glad that they have been on top of that.
Oh yeah, it's a strong school district with great administration and fine teachers.
Exactly. Couldn't say it better myself, Brian.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Well, I didn't get to go to Kelso. I got to go to a little town called Longview, their school district here, which of course is RA Long, because we had a little stud who moved here years and years ago and started up a little town. He made it in a wagon wheel though. It's really weird. It's a circle, and you don't get lost inside the house, inside the city. Although you do feel like you do, but you don't.
Well, they should teach that in school, how to navigate the wagon wheel. It's a
That's
plan. You
right.
should go along with it.
Yeah, I agree with
Pretty
it.
cool design, everything coming off of that. You know, it
Yeah,
developed different on different sides. It was, but it's kind of what he wanted. But he envisioned 50,000 people within the city limits, but
yeah.
he didn't get that. But I think if you take the outskirts, he's got a lot.
Yeah, we're not even there yet for that. We're on 35, 39, something like that, I
I
think.
think 32, but I don't know.
Oh,
You know, there's a lot of outskirts. Everybody around the country has their little town, but then there's the outskirts population.
mm-hmm. No, I would assume we're probably 110,000 for the county, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought 103, but I don't know.
I don't know. Have you looked it up right now?
No, I was
Oh,
gonna look up. I was gonna look up Longview, Texas, see which one came first.
Longview, Texas always comes first, and so maybe type in
Longview,
Longview.
Texas was first. You think?
Yeah, it's usually is pretty good. I see a mail and phone calls constantly from Longview, Texas, and
I've applied for jobs accidentally in Longview,
yeah,
Texas online.
yeah, me too.
We've all done it.
Mm-hmm. Do you know one time there was another Longview in Washington?
No, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, there's another town called Longview at one time.
Really?
Yep, years ago it was a mailbox, and I mean they'd already set up precedents here, but that's why it didn't.
Ah,
I'm not sure where it was, but they had it going for a little while there. Like I don't know how you change that one, but I guess it'd be just zip codes, right?
yeah. Longview, Texas was established in 1870, so it came before Longview, Washington.
Yeah, and it's a larger city.
Well, it'd be hard to get a totally original name. He did it off his name of Longview. You know, that's pretty cool. It's his city.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna name a city right now, what would you name it, Brian? You start one up yourself and give it a name.
I might go with Willoughby. It's going to be the
Oh, that's actually kind of romantic. It's kind of interesting.
utopian city. Well, it's the city in Twilight Zone where the guy dreams of going when the stress gets too much. So at the end, he finds a way to get there permanently. And it ain't good.
This is the Twilight Zone, not Twilight. Twilight Zone, right?
No.
Not okay, because I was thinking to myself, you said Twilight, so I was thinking,
Oh, no.
where
Twilight
in that
Zone.
movie was it? Who was? I mean,
The
who
Twilight Zone. Now, the Twilight movies I was forced to watch, but that's okay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But I was there thinking Willoughby inside, Vampire City. I'm like,
Well, this guy was a businessman, advertising or something, and all the stress, and his wife was really mean to him, and he always would take the train and imagine getting off and going to Willoughby, this fake town that was only in his mind.
oh, that's great.
Yeah, it had like ice cream socials on Sunday in the park
And don't get me, let me figure it out here. He went there
every
once,
day on the way home from work.
but one time he went there and stayed there, right?
Yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
favorable.
Wow.
Let's just leave it at that. You can watch it. Spoiler
No,
alert, it's not favorable. Or is it?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. Rod Serling will get you with a question like, is that better what happened to him or is it worse? Blah, blah, blah. Should you find your own Willoughby in life? I don't know.
Right.
You could
Yeah,
have
I
a
know.
discussion group. You could have a podcast just analyzing Twilight Zone episodes and what
100%.
Rod was doing.
I totally agree. And I think that the Twilight Zone, one of the best episodes is where there's a salesman, and the salesman has to he sells death to he sells something to death, basically about it, because death was like, I don't want this, and he's like, no, he ends up selling the product, and that was his number one sale, and with that sale he bought his own death, basically.
Wow.
It was cool. But yeah, once again, Rod Sterling, a little bit of cuckoo, a little bit of fun,
Yeah, he only lived to be about 55, but he had an incredible life. His contribution to culture is incredible.
He's only 55.
Something like that. He had he smoked like a chimney and drank like a fish, is what I heard.
Oh well, I can see that.
He was very stressed. He had so much going on. It's too bad he couldn't have made retirement age and just enjoyed the legacy because people just love him. I haven't heard anybody that doesn't like him.
Yeah.
He got no time, but who knows? He's in the Twilight Zone now, so.
Okay. Yeah, I love Twilight Zone. One of my favorites of all time. It's just
Well, you know how he got
makes you ponder, makes you think.
you know how he got into what he became is he found out in the war that writing would be his escape because he had a lot of issues with everything.
PTSD.
And then he was sitting around a campfire apparently with a bunch of buddies, and somebody you know, the allies dropped some supplies, and one of the boxes landed on his friend's head and decapitated him right in front of Rod. He
Really?
saw that, so whoa, that flipped him out.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
probably helped create the Twilight Zone because that was in World War II.
Yeah. That's just, yeah, I can see how that would be a Twilight Zone episode where you you all happy go lucky time, and also your own people kill you. You know,
Yeah.
that would be something that Twilight Zone would be. But I love the Twilight Zone. Absolutely love it. It was,
Oh yeah.
very, very rarely funny, but it was definitely a thinker. And you have to think about that stuff, and maybe that's where my mind has been my whole life, is just kind of thinking about different aspects of like shows like that.
Yeah.
They make you ponder. They make you ponder. Speaking of pondering, I do have. Whenever you're ready, I have
Yep.
questions for you. You have a
We're-
question? Ready for a question?
Yes.
Okay. Um, what was your favorite television show as a child? Oh, by the way,
Oh,
these
the
ones.
first. Well, I really liked Julia, which was Diane Carroll. She played a black single mother in the big city and dealing with racism, but also her dreams and career and her kid. And she was, yeah, Julia, the first. She was the first black woman to ever have her own sitcom.
Julia, I never heard that one.
It was a beautiful show. She was so sweet that apparently every kid in the country wanted her to be their mom. Even white kids that, were raised thinking a little bit racist. They were like, "Oh, I'd like her to be my mom." And the kid himself in the show started to imagine she was his mom. Wanted her to be his mom, the kid that played the role of the kid.
Wow, that's cool.
She mesmerized a nation back in the mid 60s.
I never heard of that one. I'll look
Yeah.
into it.
A lot of kids were trying to get rid of their current moms and get black moms, and so they had to shut it down. That part never happened. No, it was wild. She was just such a good mother in the show, and she was working, trying to make it as a nurse, and she was a single mom. Her husband was a fighter pilot who died in the war.
Wow.
Yeah. Check it out, Julia, if you really want to dig into the vaults of television.
Yeah, I might have to. That actually sounds interesting. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But you talk about as far as people from different races and different times.
Yeah.
I went and watched a movie last night, and the movie I went and watched was called The Heights. And I do believe everybody in that movie is from the Dominican Republic, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's just cool to have. I don't recall ever seeing a movie like that, except for maybe some West Side Story had a lot of Hispanics and even they had white people dressed up as Hispanics. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Oh, were they the people from where were they from again? Not Nicaragua.
Dominican Republic. So
Dominican Republic.
That's it.
Why did they come here to flee any kind of violence, or were they just here?
One time they did, and their families.
Those gangs.
And so, yeah, there's a part in the movie where they talk about DACA, and how if you're a dreamer, they're trying to get rid of all the dreamers. This came back came out a few years ago.
Dreamers are what make the world go round, man.
Right? They don't
dreamers of all kinds, not just DACA.
Right? Yeah. That whole thing right there, people don't understand a lot of it about that. They didn't explain that to people. This is bad.
Well, there was a guy
exactly bad.
Remember, there was a leader that based his whole career on having a dream.
Having a dream of negativity.
I have a dream. No, that guy.
Oh, that guy.
I have a dream.
Yes, we had a dream. But we had another one who had negativity for his dream was to, install the white right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't want to go there. Anyways,
Well, but the I have a
Drew.
dream. The I have a dream transcends even civil rights. Every human being has a dream. That's a pretty cool speech.
Well, as far as that goes, this actually, the people who wrote this are the exact same people who wrote, or same person who wrote Hamilton. So if you haven't seen
Oh
Hamilton,
wow, that guy.
I feel bad for you, anybody who hasn't watched Hamilton
Well,
yet.
I've only
Actually,
watched parts of it, so I got to get in there. Juan Lin Miranda.
yes, I don't know how to say his name, so I'm glad you did.
Juan Lin Miranda.
But yeah, no, Hamilton,
Miranda. You got to roll the R's. I can't do that.
Miranda.
Miranda.
But no, honestly, yeah, Hamilton is an amazing production. I was so impressed with that. I didn't plan on watching it because, not that I don't like musicals, but when
Yeah,
you
but to
hear
have it be about presidential history and all
all
that,
of all the yeah the United
founding
States history,
fathers.
yep, all the those histories and that storyline is so cool. And then to watch, you have one person who wrote all those songs, and you go, oh my gosh, it is different types of genres for the music,
Yeah.
and it was so cool. It was just Hamilton was really, it blew my mind a little bit there, and then this one, I didn't know he wrote it until like right before I watched the movie, and you
What's
have
it
to
called
watch
again? The Heights.
the Heights, yeah. And I know that there was not a lot of attendance last night at the back or Kelso Theater Pub or in Kelso, but I think tonight is the last night for that, probably for the Heights, and it's a super good show, but it is it's a musical, so not on everybody's agendas, but it's fun and it's worth it. It'll and theirs is all, if they're all from Puerto Rico or excuse me, uh not Banana Republic. I said a minute ago. The Dominion Republic. But yeah, it's really cool. It shows about them in America nowadays and stuff, and but it's so catchy. Every little line is just boom, boom,
Oh
boom.
yeah, that guy can really. He knows how to capture the whole hook. He gets you going.
They do. It's a modern day West Side Story type of thing, you know. And this isn't about gangs, but it's the same type of you get right into watching it and you're singing along with it, so it's good. You know, that was a great show. Yeah, and like the Hamilton one, there's a reason why it's the best production ever made in like on Broadway. And
Yeah.
it's educational, and it's fun, and you can listen to it all. It's actually that's about two parts for me. I mean, I watched it. I think I watched it in one, but I would watch Hamilton in two parts if possible because it's like 3 hours long. Yeah,
Wow.
so 3 hour musical is kind of a lot. But
Yeah, but what's interesting is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was over 3 hours, and it didn't seem long to me at all.
right, that's because your fascination with Brad Pitt, my friend. I'm
No,
kidding.
it was just such a cool story, and it was put together so well. I was watching Joe Rogan crying on his podcast. It was an older one, maybe a year ago, and it was a guy from the Innocence Project and telling the story of getting this guy uh, that was from like Honduras or Guatemala or something, that he escaped gang. He escaped the MX-13 or whatever,
Yeah,
and he was wrongly accused, and he did 14 years on death row. And Joe Rogan was interviewing this guy, and he started crying. It was powerful.
you know what? I forgot about MX-13. That's the prison gang, right?
Yeah.
Well, damn, I remember seeing some graffiti here recently that said MX-13 on it, whatever. So I think maybe there's a problem around here with that. I don't know.
There's a problem everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. And it's just, I wanted to just show a quick clip just so they see it. I can't show any of it, but this is the Innocence Project ambassador talks to Rogan. And he ends up getting very emotional because the guy got out after 14 years on death row simply because the judge, she wanted basically to kill him. It was obvious he was not guilty.
Mm.
She was doing everything in her power to get him death row to be executed. It was her
Uh-huh.
drive, and this guy had fights with her. This lawyer guy. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, that was her only goal, was to destroy this young man that she'd never met. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was wild to see Rogan brought to tears a little bit.
Yeah. I know.
It's just
I never
terrible
watched.
what's going on with society sometimes.
Yeah, I never watched
Court systems can be
other
pretty bad.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
don't know.
cool to see it get that real. That's why that show's got so many viewers because it gets real. It's just talking.
Yeah, no, it is. It's great. I
Yeah.
understand because he's got so many people watching him in particular, and we just made this public really like very recently. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's interesting too because the guy on there from the Innocence Project, he was not a Trump fan at all, but he was able to have a dinner with Trump and get Trump to pardon a guy. So it was pretty cool. He said, sometimes you cross the aisle and you don't care about what the person is, you
yeah,
get it done. He said, I'm saving lives here. I can't worry about my politics.
right.
It
Good for
was
him.
powerful.
Yeah, well, that's great. There's a couple people out there that they didn't care about politics. They just wanted their stuff done, and this guy
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's incredible.
yeah. I don't want to get in politics, so I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
But I do have your answer to that question, which was what was the question now? um, hmm. It was when you were a kid.
Oh, that Julia. That's a good show, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Very
TV
obscure
show.
show. People won't know that.
Yeah, you know what show I used to love? I mean, probably my favorite show when I was a kid was Banana Splits.
Oh, that's a great one.
It was. I don't know why that was such a. It resonated in my head so much because I felt like at one time I was a tiger or I was a lion, I was a gorilla, I was, and I bounced around la 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 la. I know it's horrible, but
It was one
one
of the
banana, two
best.
banana, three banana, four. All bananas zipping on the bandwagon floor. Yeah, I remember
It
that
was
so
one of the
much.
best variety shows of all
It
time.
was the best variety show, I swear. And
Oh yeah, there were some good ones back then, early 70s.
yeah, and it bugged me so much, Brian. I'm still mad about this. Okay, so they had a contest, and about the same time I was doing calling contests on the the Captain Crunch. He had these phone call things you'd order, you could buy things, or win things.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that. I remember listening to the Captain. Boo.
Did you do you drew stuff and tried to win contests?
Yep. Yeah.
That's cool. I love that. That's
on the
awesome.
back of your cereal boxes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Love that. Yeah, those are fun stuff. Those are fun times in my life, I guess. But no, I remember they had a contest actually to figure out of all their shows, who was going to get an actual because they had all these little small like a 10-15 minute episodes of all these different
Yeah.
shows, and they had people, all the viewers call in and tell us which one they wanted the most of, and I wanted was it Treasure Island or is it called Jan Michael Vincent was in it. I'm not quite certain what it was.
Wow.
He was like a crazy island guy, but anyways, yeah, I think it was Treasure Island or Jungle Island or something like that. Anyways, that didn't win. The one that won was Land of the Lost, which they had little small
Oh, that's a
episodes of.
great one.
So Land of the Lost took over this other one, and then Land of the Lost had their own show after a while.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good
That was
show too.
cool.
Well, here's the Banana Splits, a little bit about it. You got it right here. Adventure Hour. It was let's look it up on Wikipedia.
Adventure Island. Maybe that was the other one. Like
they called it Adventure Hour, and I think there was an Adventure Island. But yeah,
that was the show. Yeah.
Very popular, and a lot of people thought it was a stoner show.
Yeah, of course. It's about
68 to 70.
You want to talk about
2 years?
What year was it?
68 to 70, and they had the Banana Splits movie in 2019. The Banana Splits movie. You didn't know about that?
Yeah, 3 years, 68, 69, 70. But
well, that's from 68 to 70. It was a 2-year run.
And then also
September. But that's okay. 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, but the thing is that I wasn't around until 73, and so they're probably watching
reruns.
Yeah, I was getting reruns. Yeah, so it was on a daily basis.
You might have to watch that movie.
I might have to. I don't know. I bet it was just a good show for kids. I thought, anyways.
Oh yeah, it was very great. A pace and the variety and the silliness and randomness.
Yes, exactly. It was like
You
for the
didn't know
80s.
what was coming. It was like laughing for kids.
Yeah, it was the first ADD movie for sure.
Oh,
That's for
easily. It was promoting AD.
sure.
Yeah, it's promoting ADD, and it was sponsored by cereal, probably.
Yeah, probably. Sugar it up, baby.
Here's
Yeah, no.
Julia. Julia, the series 68 to 71. And I'll give you a quick glimpse into that. Anybody that loves old television.
Well,
But
when you get a second, go back to that Banana Splits and see. Let us
yeah,
know
we'll
if,
go back to Banana.
what other shows, what other shows on there. 'Cause I remember Gilligan
Oh,
had
yeah.
not Gilligan, but Bob Denver had a show on there as well.
Oh, yeah. He had several. Yeah, he had a
And his show on
kid
there was
show.
his show on there was they got into a rocket and he was cleaning it for they were the janitors for NASA, and the guy said lunch, and so he bumped the button to launch, and he says, "No, we're supposed to be going to lunch." Ah, it's horrible, but they went out to space.
Yeah. Well, here's
Anyway, so
this
yeah,
show. I'll
Julia.
go back to the other stuff, but here's Julia Baker is a young African American woman working as a nurse. She's also a widow. Her husband died in Vietnam, and she's trying to raise a young son alone. So it's funny and touching, and
Well, I actually need to watch that now because it sounds like different times, but they're all the same, you know.
it was really good. It addressed issues really well, and she was just very classy.
Well, yeah, no, that hits home for me because I was a you know mother or the son of a divorced mother, and I had a large amount of siblings, and but
Yeah,
our mother worked as she was a nurse, and she just kept on educating herself the whole time, and it was she tried to do what she could do, and so
oh
that
yeah.
little African American lady doing getting her schooling degree for nursing is amazing. So
Oh yeah, that's kind of what the show was about. She only had one kid. She lived in the city, but yeah, it was good. It was funny at times, and it was very touching emotionally at times.
if anybody's out there, if you guys want a coffee cup, let's give
Oh
one.
yeah.
Let's give one away today, Brian. So answer one of the questions. When I give Brian a question, you answer
Well,
it
you
down
said
below.
you said you want to go back to banana splits really quick.
Oh
What
yeah.
question did you have?
Well, the question I had for I just said if somebody else wants to answer the questions down below, we can go from there and pick through people in particular who want
Yeah,
to or message us, whatever, and tell us what you want. What you answered one of the questions, so it gives you an opportunity to win a coffee mug.
yeah. Well,
But the banana splits in particular, that was my favorite show as a child.
oh
So
yeah, it's one of the best. And the first season was directed by Richard Donner. Richard Donner's a very famous director. He might have
he had a party once, didn't he?
Richard, I think he directed one of the Lethal Weapons, but I'm not sure. But it was 2 seasons, and it's people still watch it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's crazy.
The Banana Split. So, what was the next question?
Oh, the next question was, what was the first movie you saw in a theater?
Oh, actually, it was. I think I only went to the movie once or twice with my family growing up with my parents, and it was
Did
the
they have
first
theaters?
time. 1969, True Grit
69, True Grit, huh?
with John Wayne. That was a good one. I remember that. I
Did the
have
whole family go, or just you and your dad?
me, my mom, my dad, and I think my sister, but I'm not sure. Maybe a couple sisters, but yeah, I was 10.
Wow. Wow, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you guys just lived out in the woods most of the time, played around. That's great. But unfortunately, the movies were big for me as a kid. I mean, they came in early. I can tell you right now, my first show that I could think of, um, I may be wrong because I am often, but it was a double feature, and it was Don Knotts and the Apple Dumpling Gang
Oh wow.
with I want to say Star Wars or I think here no, Popeye would have a different year. Popeye was 1980, I think. So, I think it was Star Wars and Apple Dumpling Gang, which is not really a match, but they played at
Oh,
the
it didn't
little
matter back then. A lot of
yeah.
double features.
Yeah, I used to go to the horror. I remember going. By the way, you talk about every once in a while. I talk about my friend over in the Philippines or in Thailand, the Chocolate Man in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
His mom loved horror movies, so his mom would take Jamie and myself to the drive-in and watch the most god-awful horror movies. And when we were like 5, 6, 7 years old,
Wow.
it was hilarious. It was just, I mean, it was great. But we watched Blood Beach. We watched My Bloody Valentine.
Jeez.
We watched Murder Express, I think it was called. Yeah. So I
Wow.
remember these. So I remember how young I was when these movies came out. We're his mom took us along to. I think we might even supposed to be watching the other one because we couldn't. But we watched them all, obviously.
Yeah.
It was good. There was just that's when I learned I had an affliction for the horror movies a little bit, too much so, and I stopped watching a lot of movies that are just pure gore. I mean, they have to be suspenseful, and they have to have more thought to it than just murdering somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting about True Grit. I always had a connection to it. Then I worked in this place in California, and my boss, Isabel, she was in True Grit. I saw her.
Really?
Yeah, I think she got killed in the early scene. She was the barmaid or something.
Oh, well, that's cool. You
Yeah.
hear.
Got to talk to her a lot about True Grit and about John Wayne, about movies in the old days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a movie buff, and probably you can tell by how fat I am. But no, I love my movies and music and movies and those are the type of things that I actually stick in my brain more than most things nowadays. It's kind of horrible, I guess, because I'm a product of my environment. Maybe I don't know. But no, as a child, definitely my favorite show was the Banana Splits. There's a couple, and they had the best cartoons too, because they had Secret Squirrel, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they had Bullwinkle, and they had Adam Ant,
Yeah.
and they did a lot of fun stuff in that show. Yeah, but so as we know, we do a variety show. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a variety show every 2 weeks. We do the LB Hour, which is the Friday Night Live, and we bring in it's the land of music. We bring in live entertainment for everybody out there for free, because during this time people don't have a lot of happiness. So we're going to bring that to you.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep offering it free long after the pandemic. It's
yes.
But down the road, if people want to donate to the band specifically, they can do that through their own personal stuff. But we encourage that, but we don't want any money out of the deal.
No, yeah.
We don't want our hands dirty.
Exactly. This is all about love, baby, and we're trying to bring the love to you because we care about you out there in the free radio land. What did I say it was? Free radio land, America. I don't remember, but
it's free TV land.
Yep, exactly. Well, last night we had the great Luanna Gatzer. She played out in Kalama at Willie Dick's, amazing little venue, and they rocked it out down there. She did, and I don't know.
Did you go?
I wasn't able to, but I had dinner last night and did not get to go. I had a dinner in that movie, and I wish I would have gone down to Willie Dick's, but I was unable to. I heard they have great. Well, I'm not sure what their venue has right now as far as their menu, because they used to have really great hot dogs and chili pie.
Oh, wow.
Not chili pie, Frito pie. I'm not sure what's in a Frito pie, but I heard it's really good. Yeah, and I'm sure they've changed their menu around a little bit, because that was like one of the first things they could have when they had the restaurants are open. So, I think to serve hot dogs at first is not a bad idea, because you have to feed somebody something. And as far as the laws go, much easier to get away with hot dog stuff. But I'm not sure what a Frito pie is. Now I want to find out. Now I want one. What's a Frito pie? But no, I look forward to her next episode or her next show, wherever that's going to be at. But I hope somebody got out down there and checked it out. The Luanna Gatzer. Love you, by the way. You're an amazing singer for us. You came and showed for us, and you're going to come back in the near future, I do believe. I'm not sure when we have her on again, but we're going to.
Well, I also want to bring back Paul Maurer, the original performer on Friday Night Live, when we just didn't know what the hell we were doing, but we got it on there.
Well,
he deserves a better, chance, a
Yeah,
better
we'll do that.
shot. So
Yeah,
Paul
because
Maurer,
Paul.
we're looking for you, Paul.
Yeah, I know Paul rocked it. He did a great job. Yeah. He came back and helped us on another song or two, I think,
Yeah, he came back
So,
later, and then Pete helped us. When Pete's
yeah.
available, we'll do that.
Yeah, we need to do a best of chop up a
Bring them all back.
I could work on that, and that'd be cool. We've had Jennifer Johnson and Jim
Oh yeah, I
Morris
want to
T.
get him back too. And then the blues band's coming back in basically 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then Jennifer playing the violin, that was pretty amazing too. I love the different acts that we've had.
Oh yeah, it's good. We're gonna continue to have more. It's gonna
Oh yeah, for sure.
get better.
For sure. But you know what? That's something we can put together possibly. I mean, I don't know, we've had people singing some great songs to us, Brian. It's pretty amazing.
One of the best shows, and they're playing all the time, several nights a week, is the band Silverhill. These two,
Oh, they were great.
David and,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear this, doesn't matter, but they're jamming in the garage, looking really good.
Yeah. No, that's Gwen and David Robbins, I do believe. And they are
awesome.
Yeah. Both of them are coming
They'll
from
be back.
Oh yeah. They're multi-talented kids, and as I say kids, they're definitely adults. But yeah, they better be, considering we're feeding them alcohol.
So we had Joe Robbins and David Robbins, Joe Robbins, then David Robbins, and Joe together, and then we had Silverhill with David Robbins. So he's been in twice. The Robbins have been in 3 times.
That might be the Robbins edition then.
Yeah, and those guys, they just show up and get it done. Joe's there. He wasn't able to make it last week, but he came by and set up the PA. So we're ready for action. Hopefully, he'll be here next Friday when we have Mark and Patty. They're a exciting duo, married couple, been together for a long time. They sing, they dance, they do poetry. She does a thing. It's like kind of like that Stomp. Remember that show Stomp?
Yeah, that's cool.
She does it with macrame somehow. It's a macrame stomp combo. It's she may not pull that out of her hat yet. She's working on it, but they said they're rehearsing their show.
Yeah, no,
They're the first dancing macrame act ever.
Very fun couple. Yeah, they're gonna be neat.
Yeah, they've been together a long time.
Excited to have them on there. It's gonna be great.
They're on, and we might get a singer in between. Maybe that's the time to throw a Paul Maurer sighting. However,
I have Rocky Walker coming.
Oh, Rocky Water.
Yeah, she sings like a bird. She's a beautiful singer. So it's we've got her lined up for that night.
Say the name again, because I don't know where.
Rocky Walker.
Rocky Walker. Okay, that's good.
That's kind of how my balance is, by the way. Like a Rocky Walker.
Yeah, that's hey, that might be a good thing to sell, the Rocky Walker, but it just have headphones basically and music, so you can rock.
There you go. Yeah, Rocky Walker, rocking. Anyway,
Rocky Walker.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a fun show. So hopefully y'all will stay and watch that but come back on the 7 p.m. show on next Friday. Not this coming Friday, the next one.
Yeah, I'm going to take a chance and sing a little bit of a Frank Sinatra version of "Killing Me Softly." So I'm a little nervous about that.
Well, yeah, that's okay. It's just for fun.
Good to be nervous.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not here to just make $1 million or $1 even, So if we had to pay you, Brian, we wouldn't have enough to pay you.
Yeah, I don't. It's just doing its payment enough. It's fun to just kind of face your fears. But
that's it right there.
Yeah,
it's face your fears.
I got to be the reader at my graduation mass from the Catholic Church in high school, so I got to get up in front of all the congregation and read from the scriptures. That was pretty cool.
And did you read from the?
I was scared. I rewrote some of it. I changed a few things.
Isn't it funny? You're talking about this nervousness right now when it's actually our show. So it's like you have no problem doing it, but when it comes down to it, has to be the spotlight's right on you on that one time. You go, but you know what I mean? People just get scared a little bit.
Liza Minnelli got nervous still.
Yeah.
She's one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Streisand got so nervous she couldn't even get on stage.
Yeah. And honestly,
years, decades. Yeah.
There's a difference between the level of professionalism I can do on some things. I can have fun, if I'm having fun, no big deal. But Barbara Streisand is a perfectionist, and
Uh,
you might get nervous with that because it's not about the fun for her in particular. It's about she hits every note perfectly. You know what I mean? It's like she's an instrument. She's just a
yeah.
great singer. And if
A
you're,
lot of them get nervous.
yeah,
They got big time stars that get nervous.
yeah, no, I believe it. I mean, I just don't know how or why because they're so good at what they do, but
I think it's
just,
more of a like adrenaline. It gets you excited. It's you know,
yeah,
you have self doubt. Even the best stars would have self doubt. Like, is this going to be the one where they figure out I'm worthless?
exactly. Well, I mean, the thing about me in particular, it helps is the fact that I was dumb enough to become my high school's first mascot
Yeah, that's
in
awesome.
costume. And so, yeah, you talk about fears. Nope. See you later. One thing I'll tell you right now,
But you
though.
have that mask though. Anytime you have a mask and costume, man, that helps.
Yes. However,
They
I
don't
will tell
know.
you right now, on a couple occasions, I would swing my axe around, and I've hit cheerleaders with my axe, and there's a wooden axe that meant to be look.
Oh,
It was very, very heavy, but I also swing my axe and hit my head off, knock my own head off. So all
wow.
of a sudden, there's how many thousand people in the crowd. You hit your own axe, and they're going, oh, okay, now I have no head. I have no head. I'm a moron. And everybody in the world knows who you are at that point. So,
Did they see it? Everybody laughing?
oh, everybody, yeah, they see that kind of stuff. I
That's a
mean,
great moment.
yeah, yeah, I've done
If you could do
a lot
that
of
at a
silly
pep
things.
rally when you're on the stage, that would.
I'm sure it happened. I can't tell you one time in particular. I can't tell you one time in particular in my life that I was nervous or scared because it just is an ongoing show. It's like the show must go on. I don't care. I've goofed up so many times in my life. I've said the wrong line. We were singing a song in high school or a play. We were doing Les Miserables. And I had a little solo act, right? A little spot that was solo. And I think I came in about 10 seconds too early on this. It was like, and everybody was singing do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? Anyway, so I'm singing the song, and it dawned on me. I had stepped forward 2 steps. That was my thing. Was I had to step forward 2 steps and start singing this song. Well, I did that about 10 seconds too early, and everybody else is just looking at me. I mean, everybody in my choir class about ready to shoot me and knock me off the stage. I just stepped back, smiled, and then when that note hit again, I stepped forward and did it again. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is the music of the people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drum, there's a life about to start
That's
when
a good
tomorrow
one.
comes.
I like the story knocking the mask off your head, knocking the
Yeah.
head off. I had a weird one happen. I was at a homecoming game at Longview Memorial Stadium, right? Packed house, and I'm driving this float, and
You drive and
I
float.
can't see what's on top. It's a big
Fun
truck.
times.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Well, it's a big float, big truck, and there's 6 girls on top, and they're waving and dancing. I can't remember why. So I'm driving, and I look over, and I can see the crowd, and I get mesmerized by the crowd, and uh,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
I turn and look, and I'm going to hit the guy in front of me, so I slam on the brakes, and all the gals flew forward. They were up on a big high pedestal stage, and the whole place erupted in laughter. And I was like, "Whoa!" And the girls, it took a second or two to get up, knocked him right on the roof of the truck. It was crazy, but it
did
was
they
like,
sue you?
no, they were mad as hell.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
But
sure.
the crowd loved it. It was wild. Nobody
Well,
got hurt. Nobody got hurt. I was going 7 miles an hour. So.
yeah, but still, dangerous times when you do that. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but to see every human being in that place laugh at once, it was
right.
mind-boggling. It
Yeah,
was,
yep. No, yeah, that's the thing too. We gravitate towards happiness, and somebody else smiles, then we smile. And even if they're laughing at us, I'm glad they're laughing, type of thing. I mean, it hurts a little bit when you're the guy that knocks your own freaking head off, or
yeah.
when you're the one who does something stupid, you pull a boner, in front of the whole freaking crowd. And I hate to use a term. It's an old term. People say that they pulled a boner. It's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
but you goofed up and
Well, the good thing for me is only a few people knew it was me because everybody in the crowd just thought it was funny.
right.
They didn't think of the driver.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Yeah.
I never drove a float again.
You float on.
I was on the committee and helped make the damn float.
Yep. I was on every float committee that we had in high school.
I did it once. I had to try it.
Yeah. We did it every year. We did four committees for that float. That was always a fun one. I just and I would always make sure the workers got free pizza and pop and whatnot. We worked on. It was so fun. It was a good camaraderie building.
Yeah. Are you gonna go watch the cardboard regatta? That's a local.
It is. I've been in that regatta 3 times.
Yeah, many times it seemed like. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 or 3 I did, but yeah, and I wouldn't mind. I'll definitely go watch, but I wouldn't mind building one if I don't know if I have time, or I mean I can't do it, mind you. I have to have a lot of help, obviously.
I think it'd be fun just to go watch it for you.
I can help direct somebody and tell them how to do it a little bit. That's what I've done in the past too. But I've never had a boat that worked on sink. So that was cool. Matter of fact, my first boat that we did so well, my friend Zach helped me kind of design it. It was too good. It was so big that it was actually a houseboat, and it was a big freaking house. And we had 6 people on that boat, and it was a 3 on each side. And I had, because I was in real estate, we had the assessor's office come there and assess the boat, how the houses and stuff, and what the value of my house was. And then they were the county assessors, and some other political people were the ones who rowed that boat all the way around the lake. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it was so big and so wide that it was very slow.
Well, this year's theme is movie magic, I think, and so that'll be cool.
Movie magic. Yeah.
Movie magic. It'd be good. I could get a canoe and one of those black scuba vests, bow and arrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. Big Gator. Not Gator, but who was that?
Lewis from Deliverance.
Lewis, yeah. Lewis, that was good. Yeah, no, I on that day with that giant boat, by the way, which wasn't gonna sink ever, but we had to pick that up and carry it out of the lake, and we were done. Right?
That was tough. I remember you had to do that. I can't remember if I was there or heard about it or.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what happened right then and there.
Is that when you lost 2 cell phones?
2 cell phones and my wallet right there. That one time, I was right there picking up the boat in the back of it, and then I stepped backwards into the muck because Lake Sacagawea, as beautiful as it is, it's kind of mucky. And I took 1 step back, and I went from 2 feet to 6 feet of water, and just bloop, and just ruined 2 cell phones right then and there.
Wow!
So it was fun. It was worth it, and it was almost worth it because for that weekend, it was a long weekend. For that weekend, I had 0 cell phone service, and with 2 phones going, your phone's ringing all the time anyway. So it's like, nobody could contact me, and I was able to actually go. Because it was actually a houseboat, I went and the boat lit up on the shore there in the middle of everybody. I was able to crawl in that boat and take a nap throughout the day a couple times, twice I think. But
wow! It
was like, it was kind of a personal hangout. It was so cool. I mean,
it's kind of a George Costanza move.
Yeah. Well, most of my life is either Costanza move or, I'm trying to think here who else. I don't know. It's just cool. It's fun stuff, but. I have my friend John's watching right now. He'd always say he thought I was George Costanza because I'm lucky, and I don't know, but I don't think I'm that. I mean, I think Jason Patrick's a very handsome gentleman. So there you
Jason
go.
Patrick?
Not the picture, but what was it? It was Jason Alexander. My apologies, Jason Alexander.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the Go Forth. This is on Festival Net, and it's the Go Forth this year. July 2nd through 4th, 2021.
Movie magic, huh? Well, let's just say that you were going to do a movie magic. If you're going to make them, Brian, what would you make?
I would have to do Deliverance because it's water related, it's boat related, or I could do Jaws.
Yeah. Well, also, I'll tell you right
Or
now, basically,
overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. I'd have to do some sort of water boat thing.
yeah, well, that's not a bad idea. I'll tell you right now, if you want to win the race for speed, you must have a narrow.
Yeah, canoe would be great.
Yeah, the least amount of drag is the best way to
Yeah, and
go.
don't go
So,
so big. Go smaller. I'd go small. I only need one guy in a canoe.
yep, no, yeah, that'd be good. Well, the winners in the past are usually like they'll make like a out of cardboard. They'll make a Hawaiian,
Yeah.
like a what's called kind of boat. The boats where they go out there and and in Hawaii, and they'll do like a team of people. Like all the guys in their boats. Yeah, so they like a rowing team basically.
Maybe I'll just walk around with a bow and arrow in the outfit and just act like I showed up. Just Deliverance, but no cardboard. I don't want to buy cardboard. I don't want to waste any cardboard right now.
Well, right. Well,
I need it. We need cardboard for backdrops.
I'm afraid that if you walk around saying you're part of Deliverance, somebody's gonna fuck you in the ass.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you could do is you could do Castaway and have a little flat thing, and you just your Tom Hanks. You got your Wilson.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
good.
definitely. We all love the Wilson stuff. That's good.
Well, yeah,
That's
and that's
funny.
a good boat related movie. What other boat related? Love Boat, but that's not a movie.
That's the Love Boat.
Not a movie. What movie's about? Oh, the African Queen.
African Queen. Well, the Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah.
Here's what I would do with that one. By the way, I would do, or Titanic. There you go. But yeah, you could do Titanic. Just put yourself out there with a chest, little chest,
A chest would be good.
and just go row across that. Yeah, that'd be cool. You be Jack, or what's your name?
You could be both. One side's Jack, one side's the girl, and then you just
Yeah.
Rose. Was it Rose?
Rose. Yep. Rose.
Yeah, I
Yep.
never really connected with that movie. It didn't work for me, but a lot of people loved it.
What I've always wanted to do though with the you do Poseidon Adventure, and
Yeah.
you have this boat upside down. You shape it like it's upside down, and then you go, and then basically halfway out there you pull a string on it, and it just has fireworks all over it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You were not going to win the race, but you could definitely put on a good show. People get upset, but yeah, it's just a string. Always pull it firecrackers. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then,
A canoe's the way to go though, because like you said, streamlined and small.
yeah. Yep. It's the amount of drag you have. So yeah. So what other boat movies do you have? Oh, Anaconda.
Was it a
That'd
boat?
be kind of a cool boat.
Yeah.
It barely sits on top of the water, so it's very yeah. I think that one's not too bad. That would use pontoons for that one too, and just make it like a sled. Oh, the boat movie where you go out. I mean, there's a couple of them came out. It's very, very sad, but it's where they can't get in the boat, and they fall out of the ship, and they can't get back in.
Oh, there's
What was it?
Dead Calm with Nicole.
Oh, Dead Calm, Nicole Kidman, and
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane. I love Billy Zane. I wish he would have
Sam
done
Neill
more.
is the husband.
Yeah, I remember that.
She lost
Yeah.
her daughter and all that. That would be a
Yeah.
depressing float.
Yes. Yeah. But let's talk about Billy Zane for a second here. The guy had a lot of talent. I'm not sure why he didn't make it farther in life on the Hawaii or on the Hollywood.
I don't know. He did some memorable stuff, but yeah,
He did. He had a memorable act of Dead Calm being one of them. Demon Knight was another one he did. It was Tales from the Crypt, like Stephen King's Tales of the Crypt. Demon Knight. It was a good one. It was funny. And and then he did the superhero movie. Can't remember what it's called.
Phantom.
The Phantom. Yeah, the Phantom, which is pretty cool. I thought they could do more with that, but I think people just don't buy into him. I don't know why. I thought he was pretty talented. Yeah, I can't remember anything else he's been in besides those four, I think.
He was in one called the Billionaire Boys Club about this true story about this con man that killed this guy. He was also in a really, I remember the first time I ever saw him or Keanu Reeves was in actually, I think it was a TV movie in like 86. Let's go to that now. It was called Brotherhood of Justice. Starring,
And also Titanic. He was in Titanic.
look at this though, 1986, first time I ever saw Keanu Reeves or Billy Zane was in a TV film.
Can you blow it up? I can't see Billy Zane there. I can't
I don't
see
think
this.
he's shown yet, but it was
Oh, okay.
yeah, but that's if you want to see the early Billy Zane, that's it. I'll find him right here.
And blow it up so we can see the screen for a moment there.
You can't see the screen?
Well, barely. It's like small, minimized. I see you, me, and the screen. One sec.
Oh, really? Well, I got it all up here. Let me look. I'll get you a picture of Billy Zane. There he is now.
There he is.
There he is now. Yeah, he looks
The
good.
mustachioed creature. Yeah, he's mustachioed. That's cool.
William
That's good.
George Zane. He's
He's what?
55. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Billy Zane. Is there one of those videos? What WTF happened?
WTF, Billy Zane? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure if I find one, but
Yeah,
let me see here.
we got to get on the case. What happened to Billy Zane?
Yeah. Those are kind of fun, by the way. If you don't, if you've never seen them, people, the WTF,
WTF happened to Billy Zane or whoever?
Yeah.
Randy Quaid.
Yep.
Especially
Why
people that
Hollywood
went off the deep end. Anybody that went off the deep end. Steven
Okay.
Seagal.
So there's a couple ones here on YouTube. There's a videos we can't watch right now, but why Hollywood won't cast Billy Zane anymore? That's a big thing. So
yeah.
And
part of it is you only get so much time if you're, a lot of actors don't get a long career doing a lot of stuff. It's hard. Jason Patrick was just in a movie and he hadn't been in a movie for years.
Well, he did a cameo in Zoolander, and
yeah,
he
but
was in the work from the show.
What happened to him? What happened to him?
I don't know. It says here.
Cusack's hair went really bad. That's what happened to him. John Cusack, he had the hair just flying out the back. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep. John Cusack is great, but that last movie I saw, he just looked weird, And maybe that's what they were going for. I mean, what's your favorite John Cusack movie?
I'm gonna go Say Anything.
I know you're gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Love that movie.
This is a good movie. It's a good movie. I love Say Anything. I love the old Hughes movies. Those are great.
Well, I can relate. I relate to John Cusack. So for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm watching that movie. I am John Cusack. I'm his character. I can relate to him. He's a regular guy. He's kind of lost it now. WTF happened to him?
I don't know.
What the hell happened?
But he's really
active. He's really active in his political stuff. He's got a lot of money. He doesn't need to do a lot of roles.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone yet at all. I think he's just,
he's gonna play the old guys.
Then 1408. That
that was one of the best.
Oh, that was one of the best horror movies I think actually. Of all the scary movies out there, I think that was one of the better ones that I have.
High Fidelity was great.
Yeah. What was that movie? High School Reunion he did?
Gross Point Blank.
Gross Point Blank. Yeah, that was another great one. Yeah.
He's got a great body of work.
Huge fan of John Cusack. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so according to this, what happened to Billy Zane? Zane loves making movies, but he doesn't have to make them for Hollywood. He's a principal partner in a production company called Radioactive Giant. The company has produced a handful of modest movies. Those movies are like starring Danny Glover, Richard Dreyfuss, and other ones. So he's
producing now. He's doing fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. He's in the business. He likes it. Yeah. He might like that better than acting, but he had a good acting. Got him going though. Acting got him the opportunity.
Yeah. No, for certain. I think. Right here we have I didn't notice
my own balls. Thank you very much.
This right here was clip that I'll share real
You
quick.
think you're too cool for school? But I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite.
See, there he is in the back right there.
Wow. I think he's like 55 now, so he's not that old.
I'm trying to get crazy with it.
I don't want to get in trouble for playing this, but
Hey, I got a wacky idea.
that's Zoolander is such a crazy show. That's a, some people find that funny, some people don't. But and this guy right here, Ben Stiller, is quite amazing. I for the longest time I did not like him, probably because of his character he played in Adam Sandler's where he was the golfing one, the Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah, where he was a mean guy at a nursing home.
Yeah, mean guy in nursing home. But
Yeah, that'll hurt you.
yeah. You just don't mess with grandma. You mess with grandma, and I'm gonna, not gonna like you. Even in a movie, it's kind of funny. But he did such a good job. That's funny. And then oh, you know what movie might be my favorite for John Cusack? Serendipity.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that, so I'll have to check it
Yeah,
out.
really, it's a romantic one. It'd be a good one. Find a date and watch it back and watch it, buddy. Actually, you can watch it by yourself.
Oh, I can watch it by myself. It's 8:00 now, 8:01. So we got to.
Well, that means we're almost out. We are out of here for the moment. That's right. Listen, folks, it's been the great pounding of the Pound Hour. So thanks for stopping by. And what day is today? Is it Thursday or Friday?
Friday, June 11th, 2021.
Well, I guess we're going to be gone for the weekend. So we'll see you Monday. And we always Rochambeau it. That's how we pound it out. So ready, Brian? I think right now we're even. Steven, I think. How can that be possible? Yeah, we are. We are. Ready? Come on.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you got it with the paper.
I got it with the paper. You always got to go for the paper when it's, when death is on the line, you never mess with a Sicilian.
We're out of here in 3, 2,
2,
1.